All right, guys. So, Captain America Brave New World is on Disney Plus, and that means it's time for my review of it. Now, if you've never seen my Marvel movie reviews, here's how it's going to work. First, I'm going to go into my non-spoiler thoughts, so that way if you haven't seen the movie yet, maybe on the fence about it, you can hear what I thought without getting spoiled. And then I'm going to be diving into plot points. For that, there will be spoilers. So yeah, first no spoilers, then spoilers. Let's go. So Captain America Brave New World sees Sam embracing his new title of Captain America. But when he is invited to an event at the White House, he soon realizes that something is wrong. And he must work to figure out what exactly is going on and who is behind it before it causes an international incident. Yeah. That's kind of what it is. Okay. So, the two big titles I would say to watch before Captain America Brave New World is Incredible Hulk. I know, weird, right? And Falcon Winter Soldier. I would say those are the two main ones to watch beforehand. Like, there's characters and references from like both of those movies that are pretty big, I guess. Like, they're not necessarily like throwaway things. Like, it's kind of relevant. Yeah. You won't necessarily be lost if you haven't seen them. I still haven't seen Incredible Hulk. I'm just saying. So you won't necessarily be lost if you haven't seen them, but yeah, it's definitely a lot easier to follow along and understand if you have seen Incredible Hulk and Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now, there are other movies that are referenced in some way, shape, or form, which may also be beneficial to watch, but I wouldn't necessarily call it necessary viewing. So those movies are Captain America Civil War, The Eternals, Black Widow, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. Pretty much almost every single thing is going to require some knowledge, at least, of Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. They're going to reference it. I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon. But yeah, those are the 5 minorly referenced movies. I would say more so with those ones, you don't necessarily have to have seen them before watching this movie, but, you know, the references are there, and so it's kind of like, oh, well, that's interesting. I wonder what that's about. You can go back and watch it, and it won't necessarily affect your overall viewing experience of Captain America Brave New World, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so those ones I would say they're not necessary, but you can go back and you can watch them and they can be fun. Okay, so I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this movie. Like, I was skeptical at first, then the trailers intrigued me, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm going to enjoy this, but I was also kind of scared that it was going to be a case of, well, the trailers are good, but the movie itself isn't anything special. I will say that some parts did lag a little bit here and there. But overall, it was a very enjoyable movie. I had fun with it. Wasn't sure how much fun I was going to have with it because, you know, are these my favorite characters? But I actually really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It gives Captain America Winter Soldier vibes. Like, I'm not necessarily ready to put it on the same level in terms of quality as Captain America Winter Soldier. I still think that's the more superior movie. but it's got the vibes. And so I think if you really liked Captain America, Winter Soldier, and or are a Sam Wilson fan, you will probably enjoy this movie because, like I said, it's very reminiscent of Captain America, Winter Soldier. Like, the vibes are there. It's not on par with it. Like I said, it, but it's got the vibes. And if you like the vibes and you like the like whole like idea of it and the intrigue and the like espionage type thing, yeah, I think it gives the vibes. And so if you like Captain America Winter Soldier, you like Sam Wilson, you're probably going to enjoy this movie. If you don't, this may not be the movie. Yeah, so now I'm going to be talking about specific plot points. There will be spoilers coming. So if you have not seen Captain America Brave New World yet, go do that. It's on Disney Plus. And then come back here or risk getting spoiled. Okay. Addressing the elephant in the room. We have a new Thaddeus Ross. Harrison Ford left Star Wars to join Marvel. It's a choice. I actually like Harrison Ford as Ross. I think it works. Now, as for the whole Red Hulk of it all, I was expecting more. Like, it's been a while since I've seen the trailers. But the trailers made it seem like Red Hulk was going to be like an overarching threat. Like, Red Hulk shows up in like the last like 20 to 30 minutes. And he doesn't stay until the end. Like, he's only there for maybe like 10, 15 minutes total. Like, it's weird. I was expecting more Red Hulk. And we didn't get more Red Hulk. And I don't know how I feel about that. Like, on one hand, I'm glad because, like, I'm still not sold on the Red Hulk look. Like, it looked better in the movies than it did in the trailers, which is weird. But I was like, okay. But I'm like, I'm not sold on it. But yeah, it was just weird. Like, the amount of promotion that was done with Red Hulk. Like, the posters had, like, Red Hulk hands smashing into the shield. Like, he was in the trailers and he was like, it seemed like he was going to be like a big part of the movie. And he very much was not that. So I feel like I was sold on a movie that I didn't get, which is weird. Yeah, I do like, though, that they didn't make Ross, Red Hulk, sort of the villain of the movie. Like, I thought it was going to be the case with the trailers. I was like, all right, here we go. Ross is the villain, Red Hulk, yeah, let's go. And it's like, no, he's not really the villain. Like, he's just Hulk, but red. I do like the reporter that was like, since when are they red? And I was like, girl, same. Like, since when are they red? But yeah, I mean, I like Harrison Ford as Ross. Red Hulk is, maybe we'll work out the kinks. Maybe we'll never see Red Hulk again. I don't know. But yeah, I do like that he wasn't the villain, because that really, it took like a hard left in terms of like where I thought the movie was going to go going into it. And I enjoyed that. Okay. So Joaquin Torres from Falcon and Winter Soldier is our new Falcon. I love him so much. Like, his excitement when he took out the bad guys, I was like, yes. Like, he is like he gives the vibe of a kid who has played superhero sort of their entire lives. And then it's like, oh, you want to be a superhero? And it's like, yeah. Like, sign me up. Like, I love it. I love him so much. I want more of him. I hope we get more of him. But honestly, I don't know. Okay, so this is a interesting situation. So, Ross's security advisor, Ruth, was trained in the Red Room and is a former Black Widow. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love the idea of like random Black Widows just being in different MCU movies. Like, to me, it's like, yeah, because the way, you know, previous Marvel projects ended with the Black Widow movie being one, Hawkeye kind of diving into that a little bit as well. It's like, yeah, there's plenty of them out there, and we just gotta find them. And so I kind of love that idea. Yeah, I want more of this. I don't know whether we're going to see Ruth again. I kind of hope we do, because otherwise it just kind of feels pointless to like throw in like, oh yeah, she was trained in the Red Room, and it's like, okay, and we're never gonna see her again. Like, is that what you're telling me? So yeah, I'm hoping that she comes back around as well. But honestly, at this point, who knows? So, there's the whole history of Ross as president. Yeah, I think he was president. That makes sense. Um, yeah, I didn't think about what he actually was before. But it was like a lot of like history that was like within the Incredible Hulk movie, which again, I still haven't seen. I know it's on Disney Plus and I could technically watch it, but do I want to? Yeah, I love that they used like the news coverage to sort of give us that history lesson, to remind us of that history. And even with Sam's suit and how it was like basically indestructible, they had Joaquin Torres tell the guy whose name I can't remember, he's dead anyway, so what does it matter? That Sam's suit was a gift from the Wakandans, which basically explains why it's basically indestructible. Yeah, I love that they kind of like gave us sort of the history lesson in organic ways, I guess. Yeah, I enjoy that. Like, I think we could find ways to do that again. Because there's a lot of movies to try to remember details from, and then there's even more Disney Plus series to try to remember details from. So, if we can find ways to do this organically, that'd be beneficial. Okay, so the big plot of this movie, essentially, is what on earth is happening with Isaiah? Like, Isaiah gets invited to the White House by Sam. It's like, yeah, we're bringing Isaiah along, we're bringing Joaquin along, we're bringing them all. And then Isaiah just suddenly goes on a rampage after hearing some music. And then he promptly has no idea what is going on. So it's like, okay, something fishy's going on over here. Why is the music sending certain people into like psychotic rages? Well, it turns out Stearns, I guess he's from the Incredible Hulk, created a technology that allowed him to control the minds of anyone he targeted by playing a specific song. Cool. Very much reminiscent of Dreykov from the Black Widow movies, but somehow better, because It's not the pheromones nonsense. Yeah. But we also learned that he's using pills that he designed to save Ross from dying due to heart issues to inject gamma radiation into Ross's bloodstream, thus creating the Red Hulk. So this dude, who I don't know because I haven't seen Incredible Hulk, is behind everything. And I kind of loved it because it made sense and it worked, which is weird because, like, why would it work? But yeah, it was a fun idea. I enjoyed the execution of it. Yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. All right, so Bucky's in this movie for like all of maybe 2 minutes, not even. And I love that he's back. I love Bucky. He's one of my favorite characters. But then we have Sam wondering if he can follow in Steve's footsteps. Did Steve make the right choice? Should he have taken the super soldier serum? All the questions. You know where else we heard all of this before? Falcon and Winter Soldier. It was basically a rehash of everything that happened in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like, we had Sam have these doubts in Falcon and Winter Soldier. He overcame these doubts. He was good. And we're back to square one and we're doing it all again. And I get it that there's probably going to be these little moments here and there that have Sam wondering whether or not he is worthy and capable of taking the mantle of Captain America, from Steve Rogers. Like, and I get that, but do we need to see it constantly in the same way, basically? No, we don't. It was basically the same scenes that we had in Falcon and Winter Soldier, just sort of smooshed together with the same characters. Like, the same characters. It's not even different characters anymore. It's literally the same characters. And I'm like, we brought Bucky back for this, so he can tell Sam that, yes, you are worthy. Steve chose you for a reason. Blah, 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 blah. Heard it all before. I don't need to hear it again. So that kind of annoyed me. I was like, we're taking time out of this movie to rehash all of this again. In the same way. With the same characters. With basically the same dialogue. Why? Why did we need it? I don't think we needed it. But I will always take more Bucky, I guess. So there's that. Alright. I normally don't do this because what's there to talk about if there's nothing to talk about? But basically, we got Betty coming to see her dad in the raft because that's where he's being held prisoner. I was wondering if we were actually going to see her, and we did. That's all. Sam is going to rebuild the Avengers. Love this idea. I bet it's going to be him, Joaquin, maybe Ruth, maybe Isaiah, somehow. I don't know. I hope. Yeah. Can't wait to see Sam's Avengers, I guess. But another fun little bit of details we got. Adamantium. That word means something to X-Men fans now, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, are we setting up the X-Men? Hopefully. Still waiting on that. Still waiting. Still waiting very patiently. But yeah, I mean, I hope that they're setting up the X-Men. I hope we're going to get the X-Men soon. Probably not that soon, but, hey. If we get it, we get it, I guess. But it was interesting that they brought up adamantium. And I'm hoping that they're going to do something with it. Because if not, what was the point? Okay, so we got one post-credit scene, and I literally almost missed it because I was fast-forwarding through the credits. That's the beauty of watching on Disney Plus. You can just sit there and fast-forward the credits. So I almost missed it. And turns out I probably could have, because literally the post-credit scene is just Stearns, who's been arrested, telling Sam that there are other worlds, and that they'll see what happens when Sam and them guys have to protect this place from the others. Who are the others? I don't know. But are they setting up something? Probably Avengers Doomsday or whatever. I don't know. I don't know enough about any of this to really find a concrete through line. But, I mean, Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars, those are the next two big ones that are coming out at some point. Delays constantly. But they're coming out at some point. So I'm assuming the others have something to do with that. I could be wrong. If I am, let me know in the comments down below. And if you happen to know, at least on some concrete level, who the others are, can you let me know that too? Because I'm really curious. Like, I feel like I'm way off base, but that's my through line connection. So, overall, I really enjoyed the movie. Sure, there were some parts that I was like, was this necessary? But I really enjoyed the movie. It was fun. It was a good time. I love the whole, something's very wrong here, but just can't put the finger on it, on why, on how, on who, right? I love that whole vibe. So, this movie was fun. I enjoyed that. I kind of wanted more Red Hulk. Like, I think I've settled on, I kind of wanted more. Just because, like, the trailers and the posters made it seem like he was such a big deal. And then he really, really wasn't. But, yeah. I do like Ross more as, like, a ally, sometimes antagonist, rather than, like, villain. So, I'm glad that the movie went that route instead. Yeah, I just sit there and I wonder if we'll ever see any of this stuff again. Will we see Red Hulk? Will we see Sam's Avengers team? Will Ruth ever show up again? Like, are we ever gonna get, like, these different things that happened? Are we gonna get the X-Men with the adamantium? Like, there's so many, like, things that were, like, dropped in this movie. Like, some more big than others, like the Red Hulk, but, like, Sam being like, oh yeah, we're gonna rebuild the Avengers, like the little things and the big things, are we gonna see them again? Or is this gonna be like a Thor Love and Thunder situation, which introduces fun characters and fun ideas and fun concepts that could progress further into the MCU and then do nothing with them? Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, Thor Love and Thunder was very much I'm never getting this time back. And I haven't felt that way about this movie yet, but I feel like if we don't, like, at least somewhat bring this stuff back in some way, shape, or form, even if it's just, like, little things, I will probably feel that way about this movie, too. I will feel like it's like, okay, well, that was a waste. So I am hopeful that we will see a lot of these things that were dropped in this movie again at some point in the future. But my expectations are low, because I feel like I can't have them high, because then it just messes everything up. So that was my thoughts on Captain America Brave New World. But let me know, what did you guys think of Captain America Brave New World? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you have high expectations or low ones going into this movie? And how did the movie meet those expectations? Like, did it surpass the expectations? Did it meet it? Did it not meet it? I want to know how you felt about this movie in general. You can let me know what your favorite parts were, your least favorite parts, things you want back. Let me know all of your thoughts on this movie in the comments down below.